What's good, guys? LM7 here, back again with another building tutorial. We are now on part 3 for the Ultimate Collector's Set, Assault on Hoth. I know it got cut off at the end of the last video, if you made it all the way to the end, but I wasn't really saying anything super important anyway. But otherwise, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe, down below, all that fun stuff. In the last episode, we got most of the trench done and the Hoth, or the little Wampa cave. So let's just jump right in, finish this front trench, and then move on to some other stuff. Alright, so to begin, we're going to finish off the soil section here by taking an L brick. So let us kind of focus. There we go. So we take an L brick, and we put it right there. And then we take a 1x2 slope, face it towards the left side, and put it right here on that spot. Then we're going to take 2 wedges, 1x1 wedges, face one to the left on the end stud there, and then one on our slope we just placed facing forward like this. So that leaves 4 studs right here. So then you take a 1x4 slope, face it to the right, and put that right there. And that is that for that side of the trench. Now, I can move our lovely trench right here while we go and work on some other things. And by other things, I mean the right side, which shouldn't take too long. So, to begin, you take a 2x12 plate and a 6x12 plate with a diagonal cut facing the right side, and we're going to put it just like this. And sometimes you can get it to stand, so see, I got it to stand by itself. So we put it just like that, and then we take a 1x2 wedge and place it on the top just like this. So you actually want it to face to the right side. Next, we are going to take our fifth one, because there's one on the little singular bunker, but technically our 4th one of these that we've used on this trench. It should be your last one if you built these from part 1. So face the grill plates facing up like that. Make sure you break the set a little bit before you put it on. But anyway, you put that 4th and final one just like so. Take a 1x1 brick with a stud on the front that has a little notch, just like that, and take a wedge and put it right here facing to the left. Alright, now we're going to take a 2x3 plate facing to the left that has a diagonal cut, put it on the end right here, so like so. Then we're going to take 2 2x3 plates and put them right next to each other like so. Just like that. Now we're going to build our final little power generator, and we're going to take a 2x3 brick and a 2x3 plate. It's similar to the other 2 that we built last time. And then we want a 1x1 plate that has a bar clip on the side. We want 2 of those, and we're going to face them both to the left, also on the left side. Then we're going to take a 2x2 sloped tile and put it on just like the other ones with our printing, or sticker printing of course, and then a 1x1 round tile as a button, and put it right here on the corner. So there is that all made up. Next, we are going to take our tubing. We use this in part 2 as well. As you can see, we use 2 of them. One is right there. So we put it in the top section right there, and then just like in every other part, we put it in our 1x1 brick. So that's actually behind us at this point in time. So now what we want to do is we want to take, well, we want to throw it, but you want to take a 2x2 corner slope and put one like this facing towards the left. We're going to the left a lot. And then you want to get a wedge, a 1x1 wedge. And I don't want to do that just yet because I'm going to put it in the wrong spot if I don't do this other stuff first. Anyway, so first you want to take a 2x2 tile, place it in between our plates that are right here. Take a 2x3 tile, place it next to it. Then take a 2x3 slope that is 3 wide instead of 3 long. Face it, right now face it backwards. This will actually be the front side eventually. But for right now, face it backwards. Then we take our 1x1 wedge, put it like this, facing towards us. Then we take a 1x2 slope, put it right next to it, facing towards us. And then we take another 2x2 corner slope and face it to the right towards us, like so. Alright, now we're going to take another 1x2 slope. This time we are going to put it, where do I want to put it? I want to put it right here, facing the left side. And then we want to take a 2x3 slope that is 3 wide, place it here, facing towards us. And then we want to take a 3x8 tile, or plate, excuse me, with a left diagonal cut, and put it right here so that it lines up with the bottom of our original plate. Now we're going to take an L brick, and we are going to put our L brick right here, leaving a stud, because in that stud we are going to put a wedge facing towards us. And then we will take a 2x3 slope that's 3 wide, place it right there, leaving 3 studs here, and then take another 1x2 slope and face it to the right like this. So, you know, again, it's a lot of building snow and stuff like that. So we're going to take another 1x2 slope. This time we are going to put it in the middle right here, face it away from us, take another wedge, put it on the right stud next to it, facing towards us, take a 1x4 slope, there's a lot of slopes in this one, take a 1x4 slope, place it on these back 4 studs facing to the right, take an L brick, put our lovely L brick right here to cover up that little section, take another 1x2 slope, fill in the gap right here, make sure it's facing towards us, just like that. Then take a 1x1 brick with a vertical clip coming out of the front. Put that right next to it, make sure the clip is facing behind us. And then take 2 1x2 wedges and place one of them right here facing us and one of them back here that we can't see facing to the left right here. And that is what we are going to connect now to our main trench. And what you do is you simply put it on the singular stud right there. And now we're going to fill it in with a 2x3 slope that is 3 wide. What you do is you just put it there like that, make sure it's facing towards us now. And then we're going to take a 1x4 slope and put it just like so on top, facing towards the right side, and then take a wedge 1x2, face it towards us just like that. And there's one piece that I don't know where it should go. Let me find where you should go, little wedge. Oh, little wedge, where should you go? Let me see. Our little wedge. I got that one. I got that one. I got that one. So one of our things, there is a wedge that is supposed to go somewhere. And I do not know, never mind, JK, I figured out where our final wedge goes. There is supposed to be a wedge right there that I forgot. Anyway, this is our front trench. We can put all of our guns on it that we've already built, but you see, if you watch my review, you can see how they're interchangeable. So, good that we got a big section of the set done now. We're making some progress. Taking a little longer than I expected, but we are making progress. Alright. Now, we're going to move on to the Tauntaun feeding area. But before we do that, there's another little thing that I'm going to add on. We're going to build a little cart that carries supplies and whatnot. So to start off your little cart, you're going to take a 2x8 plate, flip it over, take a 1x2 plate with a bar clip on the side. Place one like that. Now you're going to take two 1x2 plates, put one right behind our first plate, and then one at the end. So just like this. And now we're going to take a 2x2 round plate with axles on the bottom, and then take our obvious wheels that are the only ones that fit in this axle, and connect them just like that. So you want two of them. I'll just leave them like that for you to see. And then we put them one right here and one right there. So there's two studs still in the middle that are usable. Next, we are going to take this 1x2 plate that has two studs on the front facing upward. We're going to put that on the back side and take a 2x2 tile inverted. So this is actually the bottom, this is the top side. Inverted, and we're going to put it right there, just for detail. Now we're going to flip our little cart over. As you can see, it does drive now. We're going to take four 1x2 plates with two studs on the front facing downward. So we want lovely four of them. We're actually going to want the cart facing this way for now. And you're going to place two there, and then, you guessed it, two on the back side. So just like that, that's where we place them. Now we're going to take another one, so a fifth one, and put it on top of the two on the back. So you have four studs now on the back that are usable as well. So now you're going to take an L plate. You're actually going to take four L plates and face them like this. So two facing this way, and then obviously if you flip it, you want them this way too. You want it facing so that the stud that goes upward, the extra one that goes upward, is the maximum distance from each other. Next, we're going to take a one wedge and put it right here, just like this. And then we are going to take an antenna. Now this one happens to be bright yellow for whatever reason. But anyway, you put it right next to your wedge. So now the back of our thing is now actually the front of our bike, speeder, whatever you want to call it, the little hover cart. Anyway, we're going to build the sides now. They're fairly easy. So you take a 2x8 plate that's missing 8 studs and has a groove on the end, as you can see. And then you take another one that is a 1x8 version of that piece, put it on the opposite, so you have this, and then you simply take a 1x2 sloped tile. You're going to take 3 of those, space them out by 1 each, so just like that, and then you're going to take a 2x2 version of that same piece and put it on the front. And then you do the same thing, but mirrored a second time for the other side, obviously. And now they want you to put it like this, just so it's easier to see. So in the end, you want for... Okay, I'll do it this way. This is how you want it to look when you put it on. And you just click it on. Alright. Oh, because I'm being stupid. Anyway, this is how you want to put it on. And you do the same with the other side. I don't know, I forgot how to do things for a second. So this is what we have. The basics are pretty much done. Now we're going to take this flag piece, clip it on right there. It's actually used as a ramp in this set. Now we're going to take a 1x4 plate, two 1x1 tiles, place them on both of the ends, just like that. So there's two studs. We're going to take the front of a car piece, so it's a 2x4. You know, you can see the little grooves for headlights, used for making like ATVs and stuff. And a 2x2 tile, and we're going to put it like that, and then connect it like this. And then flip it upside down so it's like this, and put it on the front of our little cart. So, like so. And now we have our little cart done. And then we build the containers. You just take a 2x2 crate, some macro binoculars or whatever you want, and then a 2x2 plate with one stud in the middle, and cover it up. And you do that a second time. This one has guns in it. And you put one there and one on the back. So just like that. And then you can fold this up, and we're done with our little cart as well. So that's our little cart built and out of the way. Now we're going to work on the actual Tauntaun feeding thing. So you're going to start off with this massive plate. It is 2x16 actually. I don't see them very often, so I'd actually count that one out. So you start with the 2x16 and a 1x4, and you connect those with two 2x3s. I really hope that's the right one for this. It is. So you take two 2x3s and connect them just like that. Simple enough. Now you're going to take a 1x8, a 1x2, if I can find it. There it is. 1x2, a 1x8 again, and another 1x4. And that was a nice voice crack. I don't even know why I did that. Anyway, and a 1x4, and put them in this order. So first goes a 1x8 like this, and then we have a 1x2, followed by a 1x8, followed by a 1x4. So that is what we have built now. I just leave it like that so you can see it for a little bit. Now we're going to take two of these decorative 1x4 bricks with a groove in the middle, as you can see. So you want two of them, and make sure they're facing opposite directions. So one is facing, if we're looking at it this way, one of the grooves is facing up, and then one of the grooves is facing down. Or I can just show you like this. And then on this back side, we are going to take a 1x10 brick with 9 holes in the center, and put it right here. And simply take a small Technic peg. It's a Technic peg on one side and then a half Technic peg on the other side with medium friction, and put it on the last slot available. Now we are going to take two more 1x8 plates as a little bit of reinforcement. In just a second, I'm looking at it and I'm seeing something I didn't do. Before you do that, you want to take a 2x6 plate and put it under here for a little extra room, and then you take the 1x8 plates and put them underneath to extend this section like so. Now you're going to take some slopes. I know we're back to slopes already. You want 3 1x2 slopes. One of them is going to face towards us. You put another one stud away, facing to the right, and you take a third one and put it 3 studs away, facing backwards. Now we're going to take a 1x2 sloped tile, our lovely little piece, put it on our first slope, like that. You want a 1x3 slope, so a little bigger than what we've been doing. what we've been using. Face that to the right, put it on top like that. Take a 2x3 plate and connect that area together. A 2x2 plate with a Technic pin for the middle. Place that right there. And then a 1x2 tile and place it behind our Technic plate, or Technic pin, just like that. Alrighty. Now we're going to take a 2x6 plate. We're going to work on the other side now. And what we are going to do is put it like this. So right next to our extension, and then we're going to take 2 more 1x8 plates and connect those extensions. So what we do is we put them on our little extensions, and then we put it on like this. So there's 2 studs still back here, which we are going to use by taking this 2x12 plate and putting it right here like this. So now we have this little section built. Now we're going to take 6 of our 1x4 decorative bricks with the groove through the middle. We want 6 of them and place them all along our 1x8 plates that we've used. And I will show you exactly which way they should be facing in 1 second. But you can probably already tell that the groove should be facing inward, just like so. So you can see where the groove is facing inward this way. And there is 3 studs right here still available. Alright, so we're going to take another 1x2 plate, and we are going to start to tile some of this. So go to your second row of groove bricks, if we're looking at it this way, which is how we're going to look at it for the time being. And then in the middle groove brick, the middle 2 studs. And on either side, we're going to take a printed 1x4 tile and put them, like I said, on either side. So we still have 1 stud on either end, and on that 1 stud, we're going to take a 1x1 round tile. So, just like that. Now you can see the back is done, the front still has no nothing on it at all. Now we're going to work on the front one. So you're going to take a 1x2 tile, put it on this end, take a 1x8 tile, place it in the middle, and then another 1x2 on the end to fill it all in. So it is built a little differently per section. We're going to use some more slopes now. We're going to take a 1x2 slope that's actually 2 bricks tall and face it to the right and put it right behind our groove bricks. So there's still 1 stud available behind that, by the way. Next we're going to take a 1x2 brick that is 2 bricks tall. We're going to need 3 of these. We're going to place one of them like this. Take another one, place it like this. And take our third one and place it on the other side here. And you can see there is still a stud down right here available. And now we want 2 1x2 slopes. So one of them is going to be facing right, like that. And then we take another one, put it right off of that one, and face it towards us. Alright. Now we are going to build a little mini step, and this is the basic feeding mechanism for the Tauntaun. It's very minimal. They put more effort into the little station than they did in the feeding, but whatever. So you start off with a 2x10 plate, and then you're going to take a 1x2 plate with 4 studs on the front facing upwards, and you're going to want to put it in the middle, then flip it over like this, and take 2 1x2 sloped tiles. They could have just used the double version. I don't know why they had actually used 2 pieces for that, but whatever. So then you're going to flip it back over, and we're going to use these small leaf pieces, put them on the top 2 studs here. You can angle them at whatever angle you want, but that's the angle they recommend you put it at. And then take 2 more of our 1x2 sloped tiles, this time in green, so that's fun. take 2 of those. Again, they could have used 1 piece here, but they decided to use 2, and cover it like that, and then we're done. That's it for the feeding thing. And then we're simply going to put it right there, and that's the basics for the feeding. That's all the Tauntauns get. They get 2 leaves. If they eat the leaves, it's over for them. Anyway, now we're going to take a 1x4 brick, put it right behind the groove bricks right here, and take a 1x2 slope. Yet again, our best friends. There's a lot of them in this set, if you can already tell. So next we're going to take a 1x3 slope, place it back here. I don't know why we got to make this look snowy. It's technically inside the base, so whatever. Anyway, then we're going to take a 1x2 wedge. At least it's inside the base concerning this set. That's where they put it anyway. And a 1x2 slope again. This time we are going to take it, put it on the end, and face it to the left so it matches its friend over here. And there is a gap right here of 2 studs, by the way. Okay, now we're going to build some fencing. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this type of fence piece. It is 1x8 long with a bar in the middle. Then we're going to take a stud, put it on the left cap right there, and then take a 1x1 round tile and put it on top of the stud. You're going to want 2 of those lovely things, and then we're going to put them right here. So one goes on those slope pieces and one goes on those slope pieces. So there's that. That is our guardrail for the Tauntauns, so they don't escape. They can turn around and run away, but they don't care about that. Anyway, turning the entire little section around, now we're going to take a 1x2 brick, place it right here, and then a 1x2 brick with 2 studs on the front, and place it right here. This is going to be our little control panel. And then we are going to take an astromech droid body. Oops. So take an astromech droid body, put a 2x2 round tile with a hole in the center. Put that on top, and then put a Technic pin with stud for one side in like this. And then you're going to flip it over and put it right here. So I like that little build section. I just think that kind of technique is kind of cool, but basically this whole section is pointless. So then we're going to take a 1x2 graded slope, put it on top here. We're going to take a 1x1 cone, put it right there, and there's 1 stud left, and you guessed it, we're going to put a 1x1 round tile as a button, because they love their buttons. Now we're going to take a 2x2 tile, I'll put a lovely sticker on it, and slap that boy right there as a control panel. And then we're going to take some piping, and we're going to put it right here and into our little cone. Now that actually comes off from time to time, at least mine does anyway, so it happens. Anyway, now we are going to finish up by taking a 1x2 sloped tile. We are going to put it right here. We're going to take a 1x2 wedge, put that right here. We're going to take a 1x3. Let me find it. Hang on, I can find it. Why do I... Where does that one go? No, I got that one. What about... Oh, that's not good. Anyway, we're going to take this 1x3 slope and we're going to put it right here. And now I have to find where a 1x2 slope goes, but I'll worry about that in a minute. We're going to take 2 2x4 plates, slap them on top of each other, flip them over, take 2 of these 2x1 plates with the little groove on the side, take 4 of them, and put them like so on the bottom, and then take a 2x2 round tile, inverted, and place it in the middle for stability. Then we're obviously going to flip it over and put it right here. It's not connected to anything, so there's that. So now the little 1x2 slope that I was looking for, I remembered, actually goes right here to keep the crane from falling out all the time. So now we're going to take this 4x4 plate with a circular groove in the center, and then a 4x4 circle with hole in the center, a 4x4 hole with 4 holes with a 2x2 hole in the center. We're going to take that. We're going to put that just like that. And then a 2x2 tile with a hole in the center. We're going to put that in the middle. We're going to take 2 1x2 grates. Place them like so. Now we're going to build this weird little Technic section. So take an L beam. We're going to take a half cross-axle, half Technic pin, put it in the bottom. We're going to take this newer piece. So it's a 1x1 cone with a stud inverted and then a little bar at the end. We're going to put that in the front. Take a 1x1 round tile, put it on that stud, just like that. And take a Technic pin and put it here. So make sure it's facing the right. And then we simply just put that whole section right there. And now we're going to build our crane, which is pretty easy, actually. You need 2 Technic beams that are 7M length. And the first one, we're going to take a Technic pin that has, the other half is only a half Technic pin. And we're going to take a regular Technic pin, place it here, and a Technic pin with a ball joint on the end there. Now we take another 7M Technic beam, put it on the end, just like this, and then we take a nozzle and put it right here. And then we connect it to that, just like that. So that's our crane, and then you stick it on our little studs that we had right here, and then here is our crane section. So now we have the Tauntaun feeding station done. And that is where I'm going to wrap this video up. In the next episode, we will look at the small command center and maybe start the snow speeder. I don't know. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you guys later.